Here with CM Punk, getting ready to make his UFC debut at UFC 203 in Cleveland, September 10th. It's coming right around the corner. I know the MMA world cannot wait to see what you have. What do you have to offer? How excited are you to finally get out there and fight?
You mentioned the MMA world being excited. I don't think anybody's more excited than me. You know, this has been it's been a hell of a journey. The destination's right around the corner. You know, and in like 2 short weeks, and that's only one more week of hard training. That's awesome. You know, I see the pizza at the end of the tunnel, so to speak.
You get to eat again. Yeah. What has it been like going through a myriad of injuries to get ready for this thing? How do you feel going into this fight?
I feel great. You know, your camera saw me sparring. I feel super good. We've documented this entire journey, so you can see me go from horrible to maybe decent. I don't know, but I know how I feel, and I know how my coaches and my teammates tell me I'm doing, and I'm right on point. You know.
CM, why did you want to do this? What was it inside you that said, I got to test myself and see if I can do this in the octagon?
Man, it just looks like so much fun. I've always said that. I've always been a fan, you know, from the early Ken Shamrock, Hoist Gracie days till now. And it just, the way the sport evolves and the way I think every elite fighter has to show up on fight night. And, you know, there's just so many variables. And to me, that's what makes it so awesome, you know. So for me, it just always looks like so much fun. And that's kind of the genesis of how the whole thing started. I'd be sitting there with Lorenzo and Dana watching fights, and they'd lean over and go, "You ever think of doing this?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I think about it all the time." You know.
What type of fighter are we going to see? Like, do you want to go down to a wrestling base? Do you want to stand and trade? What do you want to do in the octagon?
I think you're going to see a guy that wants to win. You know, so I'm prepared to take the fight wherever it needs to go. I'm prepared to, you know, get in somebody's face. I'm prepared to defend. It doesn't matter to me. You know, because I think I'm not a jiu-jitsu guy anymore. I'm not a wrestling guy. I'm not, you know, I mean, if anything, being taught by Duke Rufus, I'm a striking guy. Yeah. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see where it goes.
You mentioned training here in Milwaukee, and when you have the Pettis brothers here, and I talked to Showtime earlier, he said your heart is what separates you, that he's seen you put in the work, and when you came in, they didn't know, and now they know. What does that mean when you have the support of guys like that?
Well, Anthony, obviously world champion. He's going after his second belt in a different weight class, you know. And you know, to me, I look at the room and I see guys like Anthony. You know, he lost 3 fights in a row. Maybe if he lost that 4th, he would have gotten cut. You don't know. But it's just I watch him just pick himself up and go, and I watch him come in here when he had the biggest weight cut of his life and be exhausted, and it sort of inspires me. And you know, I see guys in the room every day that belong in the UFC, and you know, and here's me. I got a shot. Yeah. You know what I mean? And instead of being pissed about it, instead of saying why me, they take that and they work harder. You know, guys like Mike Biggie Rhodes, Gerald Mershart, Craig Eckelberg. You know, I mean, I'll get more in trouble if I name more people. Right, I'm going to forget, because I'll forget somebody. Somebody always gets, you know, forgotten. But you know, that, I mean, it means the world to me. So, you know, my coaches and my team are just that. They're mine, you know, and we're a very close-knit group here. So if, you know, if Anthony Pettis, world champion, says I got heart, I got heart.
And I know that you're going to get doubters, you're going to get critics. I saw on your Twitter, you said haters going to hate. Hey, fight night's coming up September 10th. You can't do anything about that. Does that motivate you at all, or you just kind of let that go by the wayside?
Yeah, I think haters always motivate, you know. And if you look down throughout history, you know, people tend to hate things they either, you know, don't understand or whatnot. You know, maybe there's one person out there that sees me and they hate on me and they go, oh, you know what, I'm not going to hate on him anymore. I'm going to focus on me and I'm going to level up. You know, and then that's good. That'll make the world a better place. I
got to imagine, though, from your WWE days, you have fans all around the world. You've got that crossover appeal. We've seen it with other stars that have come into the sport, but you don't want to be a one-trick pony and just come in and see if you can do this. You want to do this long-term? Is that the goal?
Yeah, absolutely, as long as, you know, as long as my wife allows me to. Yeah, this isn't a one and done by any means.
The commute, we've seen it. You're in Milwaukee, you're in Chicago. We made the same commute. We did it today. It's an hour and a half up, maybe, who knows, give or take 2 on the way back. You do this every day.
I was for a long time. About a year ago, I got a 1-bedroom, maybe 10 minutes from the gym.
Okay,
so yeah, I learned. Well, and that's the thing. You know, I come in on sparring day, I get beat up. I come back the next week, I learn. Keep my right hand up.
Smart guy.
I drive for a couple months, and I go, "Hi, this isn't going to work out. Let's get a 1-bedroom, baby. We get a 1-bedroom."
Very smart move. I got to ask you in closing, what are your goals when you say I joined the UFC to do what? What is your goal?
Be the best me I can be. Make my coaches and my team proud. Not dirty up my pretty face so my wife still loves me.
Yeah.
And make some money and buy my dog some treats.
And 185 pounds suits you well?
I'm fighting at 170.
Okay. Well, you were walking around at 185, but you're down to 170.
Yeah. I think it suits me very well. I think I'm a little bit slimmer,
You do.
cheekbones.
Yeah.
I think I look okay.
You're doing all right.
I feel great.
Best of luck to you Saturday.
Luck is for losers. Thank you.
Thank you very much.